Ready? We're here today to announce another international company has decided to grow its roots in North America and, like so many other companies, has selected the Commonwealth for its operation. In this case, Corbin, Kentucky. Kentucky has been extremely successful in the attraction of foreign direct investment. The Commonwealth is home for almost 450 foreign-owned companies. And what makes today's announcement even better is that we are partnering with another Japanese-owned business. Currently, Kentucky has 160 Japanese-owned businesses that employ about 43,000 people across Kentucky. And Japanese companies continue to make significant investments in our Commonwealth. In the past 2 years alone, Japanese companies have invested more than $1.1 billion in Kentucky. And Japan is one of Kentucky's business partners. Bilateral trade between the two reached almost $1.2 billion just last year. So today we're adding another Japanese-owned company to our list of partners, further showcasing how Kentucky is a great place for investment. That company is a leading provider of dip galvanized coating, various surface treatments of metal and metalworking, and they're based in Nagoya, Japan. Today we announced the company's first North American venture, Kowa Kentucky Inc. Kowa Kentucky plans to create 30 jobs in the Corbin area and invest almost $8.3 million into this project. That Kowa has chosen Kentucky as the destination of its global operations speaks volumes that we offer. I want to congratulate the company and its executive leadership, many of whom are here with us today, especially Toshio Mugaruma. He is the president of KOTO, who's going to be the president of Kowa Kentucky Inc. Let me say that we are very proud Kowa will call Kentucky home, and we look forward to the opening of its new Corbin facility that will focus on surface treatment for automobile suppliers. One of the things that has helped Kentucky move through the recession has been our strong relationships with internationally owned companies. That's why we're proud to approve performance-based tax incentives through the Kentucky Business Investment Program and the Kentucky Enterprise Initiative Act. Since 2009, we have used those incentives to partner with almost 670 companies across this Commonwealth, representing over $9.1 billion in investment in the Commonwealth and the planned creation or retention of almost 55,000 jobs. Of course, investments like this wouldn't happen without a lot of people working to make our southeast region of the Commonwealth a vibrant place. So I want to thank Bruce Carpenter and his team at the Corbin Economic Development Agency. Bruce? There you are. Thank you. We have the President of the State Senate, Senator Robert Stivers. We've got Representative Regina Bunch here. Thanks to both of you for the work that you do. Thank you, Regina. We have the local officials, Knox County Judge Executive J.M. Hall and his fiscal court and staff. Judge? Thank you, my friend. Got Corbin Mayor Willard McBurney and his city commission and staff. Mayor? Thank you. And of course, Larry Hayes and his team at the Cabinet for Economic Development. They visited Kowa in Japan and Nagoya earlier this year, and they always work hard to make these things happen. So let's give Larry, and even more importantly his team that works on all of these things, a big round of applause. Thank you, Larry. And I especially want to once again congratulate officials who are with us today from Kowa and are locating in Kentucky. This is going to be a great success story, not only for Kowa, but for Corbin and the entire southeast region. And Mr. Mugaruma, I have a small gift that I want to give to you. When the company is ready to start that operation down there, it will need a Kentucky flag flying in front of that, and so here's a Kentucky flag for you. Now,
How do you do? My name is Toshio Muguruma. I am the president of Kowa Kogyo. I'd like to introduce our company to you. From now on, I'll explain in Japanese. Mr. Hashimoto will interpreter. コワ工業所は1947年に日本の名古屋で創業されました。当初は電力の送電、配電に使われる電力絶縁返しの金属部品の表面処理である溶融亜鉛メッキでスタートしました。
Kowa was founded in Nagoya in 1947. We began our operation by providing hot dip zinc plating, typically used for the surface treatment of insulators for power transmission and distribution lines.
その後、日本の高度成長期にメッキの前工程である金属の製作や加工へ、表面処理でも溶融亜鉛メッキだけでなく、塗装や樹脂コーティング、金属の熱処理にも業態を拡大していきました。
We subsequently expanded our business or fabricating metals, providing other types of surface treatment, such as painting, resin coating, and heat treatment during the years of Japan's economic growth.
現在では11工場と自社商品として道路資材や水道配管部材、振動古域の3つのメーカー部門を有し、材料調達から加工表面処理、組み立てまでを行うことができる総合金属加工業の会社となっています。
Our company currently has 11 plants. 3 of them manufacture our own products, such as road construction materials, water piping, and vibrating sieve machines. This means we are a comprehensive metal fabricator capable of doing material procurement, fabrication, surface treatment, and assembly.
今回、このケンタッキー州コービン市に現地法人を設立した目的は、日本で受注しているトヨタ自動車向けの燃料配管部品の表面処理の仕事である無電解ニッケルメッキをここアメリカでもやってほしいと、我が社の客先から要望され、それにお答えするものです。
The main purpose of the establishment of a U.S. subsidiary in Kowa Kentucky is to supply electroless nickel plating on fuel pipe for Toyota vehicles. That was strongly requested by one of Toyota suppliers.
我が社は創業当初から表面処理を行ってきた会社として、その品質と性能には他社に負けない特徴を持っており、さらには日本の名古屋という都市の中心部で操業を続けるために、環境への配慮も必要以上に力を入れ、社外はもちろんのこと、社内の職場環境においても快適な状態を作ってきました。
Since the foundation of our company, we have had unparalleled surface treatment technologies. Located in Nagoya, one of the most urban areas in Japan, we have been paying special attention to environmental aspects and maintaining very healthy work environment as well.
客先から米国への進出を要望されたのも、我が社が提供する表面処理の品質を高く評価していただけたことと理解し、ここ米国においても日本と同等以上の製品を供給し、ご満足していただけるものと考えます。環境面においても、この高瓶子の大気や水に悪い影響を与えることのないように、公害防止設備を万全に整え、働いていただく従業員の皆様の作業環境についても、日本と同様に快適な状態を作っていきます。
We strongly believe that our customers thought very highly of our technology, surface treatment technologies, and we will be able to provide the same quality of plating as being done in Japan. We want to assure you that we will establish the most appropriate pollution control facility so that our operation has no negative influences on the environment in Koben, and make sure that we create a very healthy and safe work environment as well.
何分にも我々コア工業所は日本以外での工場設立や運営の経験が乏しく、関係する多くの方々のご協力を必要としています。この機会を大切にして、ここケンタッキーコービン州に根付いた運営に心がけ、市の発展とともにこの会社も発展を目指していきますので、末永くご支援をお願い申し上げます。
Kowa has no experience of operating a facility in the United States, and we will need strong support at the state and local levels in order to make our project a great success. We will make every effort to be an excellent corporate citizen in the Commonwealth.
こちらに設立する会社においては、日本のコア工業所で取締役をしている佐藤を社長にし、無電解メッキ部で次長として製造を担当している中野を取締役にして、早期の立ち上げを目指しますが、概略の日程としては、2015年8月から運転を開始し、2016年1月から量産と出荷を開始したいと計画をしています。
Mr. Sato, director of Kowa Kogyo in Japan, has become the president of Kowa Kentucky Inc. Mr. Nakano, responsible for electroless nickel plating operation in Japan, has been appointed vice president of KKI. Kowa Kentucky is aiming to start its operation in August 2015 and enter into commercial production in January 2016.
Finally, we pray for your success of people attend all here and end my greetings. Thank you for your attention. Thank you.
Very good. Very good. Thank you.
And next, Mr. Sato, the president of KKI, will be speaking. We abbreviate the company KKI.
Hello everyone. I'm Saitsu Sato. I'm director of Kowa Kogyo Co. Ltd. And I'm the president of Kowa Kentucky Inc. Please allow me to speak in Japanese. Thank you, Mr. Hashimoto. 本日は公務ご多忙の中、ケンタッキー州からは知事はじめ多数の関係者、またコービン市からも多数の関係者にお集まりいただき、この会見が盛大に行われることに心から感謝申し上げます。
I would like to express my deep appreciation to officials of the state of Kentucky and Coben for attending this press conference.
ただいま弊社社長より説明ありましたコア工業所の DNA を引き継ぎ、ここケンタッキー州のコービン市でいち早く創業させたいと考えております。そして無電解ニッケルメッキの良さを世の中に認識してもらうべく全力を尽くします。
It is my earnest hope that we will be able to get our operations started in Coben as early as possible and make it a great success by inheriting the DNA of Kowa Kogyo in Japan. Also, our most important mission is to have Kowa's electroless nickel plating well recognized outside of Japan.
社長も言ってましたが、海外での工場設立や運営の経験が乏しく、特に北米では全く初めてですので、関係する方々のご協力が必要と考えております。
As Mr. Muguruma has said, this will be our first operation in the United States, and we all need a lot of assistance from everyone involved in this project.
昨年初めて 渡米いたしました私が、この地を選んだのは、1回でケンタッキー州が好きになったことです。2回、3回と渡米するたびに、ますます好きになりました。特に自然と調和の取れた環境が魅力的です。
I made my first trip to the United States last year. I instantly fell in love with Kentucky, a beautiful state in wonderful harmony with Mother Nature. My love for Kentucky has grown more and more with my second and third trips.
2回目の渡米では州政府のニックさんの対応、また3回目の渡米ではニックさん、公便のブルースさんの対応に大変感銘を受けました。
On my second trip to Kentucky, Nick Grisanti from the cabinet catered to our needs very well. In my third trip, third trip, Nick Grisanti and Bruce Carpenter took good care of us, and we were most impressed.
そして運よく場所と物件にも恵まれたと思っております。
And last but not least, we were quite fortunate to have been able to find the right building at the right location.
お世話になった方々、これからお世話になる方々に対し、KKI の成功で恩返しできるように頑張っていきますので、今後もよろしくお願いいたしたいと考えております。
We would like to reciprocate the excellent services offered to date by so many people in Kentucky with a successful operation in coming years.
違ったよね。分かってないんじゃない？
I would like to.
はい。いいですか。Thank you for your attention.
Next, Mr. Nakano will be making a short presentation on the operation in Kentucky.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. We thank you all for gathering here today and giving us your precious time. I'm Kimihiro Nakano. I would like to make a brief introduction of Kowa Kentucky Inc. Kowa Kentucky was established in April this year. We purchased a spec building in Corbin only last month, all accomplished by everyone's warm support. Thank you. Thank you. Kowa Kentucky is a subsidiary company owned 100% by Kowa Kogyosho with a capital of $10 million. We are currently in the process of finishing out the building. The renovation work is scheduled to be finished in August 2015, and production is to begin in January 2016. We will first begin by providing electroless nickel plating on fuel delivery pipes. One of its features is its capability to evenly plate the inside or outside of a product, pipes for example, and accurately maintain the desired film thickness. This prevents the pipe from being corroded by the fuel that causes damages as it is delivered through the pipe to the engine. With this plating process, there wouldn't be any worries about fuel leakages, contributing to increased safety and quality of an automobile. The production will begin in 2016. At this moment, we are planning to have about 10 workers, but we intend to triple the employment by 2018, since we are already being requested by our customer to increase the production. Our electroless plating technology is currently used by Toyota. Our purpose of founding Kowa Kentucky here in the US is to serve many other companies wanting us to supply in the near future. For this reason, we could count on increasing the recruitment, aiming for a far larger factory with over 30 employees and doubling or tripling the production lines or even more. We have future plans to get involved in other fields too, such as metal surface working and all-in-one manufacturing business like that of our parent company. Our parent company, Kowa Kogyo-sho, is a company with a capital of about $4 million and roughly 1,000 employees. Throughout 67 years from its foundation, Kowa Kogyo-sho has been continuously serving in multiple fields of business. Its history has been a history of challenges and growth, developing technologies, and heading into new fields whenever there is a chance. We strongly believe Kowa Kentucky will also be successful and one day hope to grow larger than its mother company. Furthermore, our aim is to become an excellent corporate citizen here in Kentucky and to be able to call ourselves KFC in Corbin, Kentucky. Shorthand for Kowa Friendly Company. Thank you for listening. If there are any questions, please feel free to ask now. I will try to answer everything, but in Japanese.
Yeah, no. I was just wanting to make sure we were getting everybody up.
Good morning. I'm Bruce Carpenter. I'm the Executive Director of the Corbin Economic Development Agency and the Southeast Kentucky Regional Industrial Authority. And on behalf of our authority in the city of Corbin, I welcome Mr. McGrew and COA officials to Kentucky. I want to say thank you to the governor for your work that you've done in economic development for the state of Kentucky and all that you do. And also Secretary Hayes and Nick Grisanti and the staff from the Kentucky Cabinet for Economic Development. We are very fortunate in the state to have these folks along with our legislators that work so hard in bringing incentives that are very competitive. We're very fortunate that First COA has located in Kentucky, and more importantly for us in the city of Corbin. We feel very blessed and honored to have you, and we look forward to working with you and making this a very successful business venture in the state of Kentucky. It's good to have you. So thank you all. At this time, I'd like to welcome the mayor of Corbin, Willard McBurney.
Thank you, Bruce, and thank you, Governor, and all elected officials and who was involved in this, and our Larry Hayes, our economic developer with the state. And so in meeting with the COA officials back in February, I made the statement to Bruce after that meeting that we had. I said, I really look forward to the day that we can announce that COA is coming to Corbin. And he said, well, just keep your fingers crossed. So today is that much anticipated day. And it's a great day for the city of Corbin. And I would like to welcome the COA officials. You are certainly welcome in the city of Corbin. And we will make your transition to Corbin as pleasant as possible. I can guarantee you that. And anything you need, we are there. So thank you for coming to Kentucky, and thank you for coming to Corbin, Kentucky.
And at this time, I would like to have Judge J.M. Hall, Judge Executive for Knox County.
Thank you, Bruce. I'm chiming in behind the rest of them, thanking the governor. We have the best governor in the United States of Kentucky, and I think that's one of the reasons that they chose the Bluegrass State and the Commonwealth of Kentucky. I've known him for a long time, and Governor, we thank you for what you do. Kowa, we want to thank you for choosing Knox County, Corbin, Kentucky, southeastern Kentucky. It's a great privilege to stand here today and be a part of this opportunity, this great announcement that was made. But on behalf of Knox County and all the citizens, we want to welcome you all with open arms. We're going to provide you with a workforce that's second to none. And we truly thank you all from the bottoms of our heart. Thank you.
Okay. Any questions?
My name's Trent Knuckles. I'm from the News Journal in Corbin. And I was reading over the press release. It mentioned that there were some wage targets or whatever the company had to meet to get its incentives. I was kind of wondering what those were, what people would, roughly what people would be paid that worked for Kowa in Corbin. And then I had another question, just two questions.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I just want to know, in the end, I'm sure they looked at other places. What was it about Corbin that they really liked? You know, that was the deciding factor.
Does Nick know about the wages?
Well, we have some minimum wages that you've got to exceed to be eligible, but the wages themselves, I think, are going to be yet to be.
Right.
You know, I'm going to let the company work on that when they work with the labor
Okay.
market.
So in other words, there were minimum targets that the company would have to hit before they get their incentives, and they've assured us they're going to hit those and hopefully exceed those, but all of that hadn't been determined as to exactly where they will be yet in terms of the wages.
As the location candidates, they looked at the Tennessee and Knoxville area, of course, because the initial customer is in proximity to Knoxville. But as a consultant, I tried to bring this company to Kentucky instead of Tennessee, being a former Kentucky representative.
And we were successful. Anybody else?
Governor, you mentioned several statistics about Kentucky's relationship with Japanese companies. Can you provide some context? Is that the most of any other nation that Kentucky does business with, or is that, I mean, where does that rate them?
Larry?
You know, I don't know in total number. On a per capita basis, Kentucky is only exceeded by Hawaii in terms of the amount of Japanese investment in business. So, you know, and
But is there like
State of
another
Washington.
country that Kentucky does more business with, or is this the country that Kentucky does the most?
Foreign direct.
from a foreign direct investment, you know, probably Japan really is the one that is most significant. We've not looked at it in that respect, but when you look at particularly in the manufacturing sector, and you look at I think Toyota was the third or the fourth company to come, and now we're, you know, we
160.
164, 168 companies now. So I think Japan is probably the most significant.
And is that the reason why? Is it Toyota's presence that is bringing suppliers here, or why is that?
No, I think it's a combination of things. You know, at one time, years ago, the supplier base for the different companies, whether it was Nissan or whether it was Toyota, were very closely held and very direct. But over the years, you see a number of those supplier connections now that have really opened up, and they're supplying not just Toyota, but supplying domestic automobile manufacturers. And actually, I hate to use the term domestic because I think now everybody that's in the automobile business is a global company because it's certainly a global industry. So, no, I wouldn't just say Toyota. I think all of these things kind of fit together. I think when Toyota, we were successful, and after a couple of trips that the governor made over, we were successful in getting the Lexus. The Lexus certainly has some quality manufacturing needs, is that at the very high end of their scale in terms of their product line. And many of the suppliers are very localized in Japan, and we're starting to see some of them begin to look at coming to the country, and certainly we hope they're coming to this state. So,
And the fact that Kentucky does not have right-to-work laws. Did that come up at all in this discussion or negotiation with these companies at all?
I mean, it generally comes up one way or the other. It certainly came up when I was over there in Japan in February, and we're really able to point to the success that we've had, with our existing workforce here, and you look at the companies that are successfully manufacturing here. So, that's a point for discussion at various times, but we got beyond that.
Well, and in Kentucky, and the bottom line is you can be what you want to be. If you want to be unionized, you can be unionized. If you don't want to be unionized, you don't have to be unionized. So I look at us as having the best of both worlds.
Well, I know that'll be a big issue. It already has been a big issue in the election coming up. Now, do you point to this as an example of how Kentucky is able to still attract jobs while I know the Republicans say it's a big hindrance?
Our success is obvious. When you look at the statistics and see the vast number of foreign direct investment companies coming into Kentucky as well as domestic companies coming in, it tells you that while that may be an issue that somebody wants to talk about, it has not been the deciding factor in a huge number of decisions that have been made in favor of Kentucky.
Will the 30 new jobs be online in January 2016?
When will the new jobs actually kick in, the 30 new jobs, Mr.
2 years later.
When would that be?
具体的に何年
They will start hiring.
2018年の何月Maybe April 2018.
April 2018?
By the time you got up to the 30.
Yes.
And will you be supplying Toyota? Will you-
Not directly.
Not directly?
No, to the suppliers.
Okay.
They supply someone who then turns around and supplies Toyota, I think.
And what's the unemployment rate in Knox County now?
I don't know. Have to call the Bureau of Labor Statistics on
Okay.
that.
I think still Enhanced County? Enhanced County?
It is, yes.
Any other questions?
So you're starting January 2016, how many jobs will you have created?
Starting out.
16年の1月の段階だと10名ぐらい。But 10 employees.
10?
10 employees.
At the beginning.
Yes, at the beginning.
I have a question. Is there any plan to add to the number of jobs in the future to surpass the 30 positions?
Are there plans to expand?
まあ30人になってですね、さらに雇用が増える可能性があります。I think there are plenty of opportunities, depending on which products they'll be manufacturing, because they are very multiple companies. So there may be other new opportunities. That's for sure.
Is this process only used for automotive parts, or can it be used for other products as
こ
well?
の無電解ニッケルっていうのは自動車以外の他のプロセスにも使われますか？日本で使ってます。例えば兵器とかの中にの部品とか。Yes, in addition to automotive, printers, copiers, components for, they use, this plating is used.
And if someone wanted a job or inquire about trying to get one of these jobs, what should that person do?
例えば仕事をしたいと、こういうの働きたいという場合にはどういうプロセスを取ったらいいでしょうか。Contact Mr. Nakano.
Mr. Nakano's going to be, he's going to be living in Corbin.
Yeah, they're doing research on this.
Give his cell number.
But,
Yeah, we'll give him his cell number.
At this moment, Mr. Nakano will be, the contact. And I think the news press release will carry their website. Only Japanese, but October 1st, they will have English language website. I think he must be the most appropriate person to approach.
Yeah, Governor, if I could, when I was over there in February, and we've been working, and Hashimoto-san has worked a number of most of these Kentucky Japanese relationships we've had over the years. And from the very beginning, he was talking about how special this company really was. And when you go into their headquarters, you see it's family-owned, the pride that they have, and they're very humble. And they very much want to start with expectations down here, and they want to grow. this business. When you see people that are just seizing an opportunity to produce something for an immediate need that's in the marketplace, and we see a lot of those, and we'll put those in. This is a company that wants to grow in the U.S., and we want them to grow in Corbin, Kentucky. And I think we're excited about what we see, the tradition and the willingness to be a part of the community. So we're very excited about they do have some proprietary technology that allows them to be at the very top in the coatings business. So we just think it's a grand opportunity for all of us to be able to watch this company grow and continue to partner with them.
Larry, Kowa stressed being a clean company environment, so I assume they have a waste product, and what will happen to that?
先ほど来環境だとかクリーンだとか言われてますけど、どういうウェイストが出ますか？何か問題にあるものがありますか？
今のところないって聞いてます。あとは工場としてスクラバーを設置するのと排水処理です。水も。
They have no waste problem. They're going to install scrubbers, and also they are building their own pre-treatment facility outside of the plant. So they are very much environment conscious.
They worked with our environmental protection cabinet in the permitting on that, so yeah.
What any new infrastructure needed to be built in the area for this?
I think Bruce,
前処理工場は当然ね、建物も近所さん。And of course, pre-treatment facility is going to be built, maybe almost next door to the building. Yes.
And as far as infrastructure, yes, through Secretary Hayes and Economic Development Cabinet, we were able to receive a grant to build a road that will go into the facility that they're located in our park.
Any water lines?
Oh, everything's already there in our park. We have all the infrastructure already in place. Just a matter of extending those lines.
Anybody else? Thank you all very much.
Thank you.